which is present in the endothelial cell. So the facilitation which is previously in the young stage are facilitated by this contraction. When there is contraction, the aqueous move toward this lumen efficiently. But advanced age, this endothelial contraction not work properly, so the aqueous drainage is impeded, or we can say some little bit of resistance develop, and it also good contribution of age related glaucoma we discuss in later in the next lecture. Okay, so and it reached to this point. Some authority also say that a very small amount of aqueous reach through these endothelial junction. There is a little bit, we can say very negligible amount of aqueous reach to the lumen through this one endothelial cell, another, and there is junction. Through this junction, small amount reach to this channel. Now, what really happened when the aqueous reach to this channel? When we call it canal of Schlemm. From canal of Schlemm, there is a very small channel arises. About 25 to 30 channel are arising from this into 360 direction. Simply I am going to draw some few of them. We can call collector channel. Collector channel 20 to 25 to 30. Now what really happened? This collector channel attack the aqueous humor and reach to the deep scleral plexus. Let's suppose there is a scleral plexus. So this reach to this deep scleral plexus, and from deep scleral plexus, these channel or small channel connect these deep scleral plexus. This is the deep scleral plexus, and from deep scleral plexus, it reach to the intrascleral plexus. Let's suppose this is your intrascleral plexus, and what really happened from intrascleral plexus? There is another plexus which is called episcleral plexus. This is episcleral plexus. So this is episcleral plexus, and this portion is called intrascleral portion. Again, this is canal of Schlemm. From canal of Schlemm, collector channel reach to the deep scleral plexus. From deep scleral plexus, this small channel from deep scleral plexus, a small channel arising from this deep scleral channel arise and reach to the intrascleral plexus. So this is intrascleral plexus, and from intrascleral plexus, a small channel collect the aqueous and reach to the episcleral plexus, and from episcleral plexus, it reached to the anterior ciliary vein, and from anterior ciliary vein, it reached to the superior ophthalmic vein, and from superior ophthalmic vein, it ultimately reached into the brain, and especially to cavernous sinus. But keep one thing in mind, but there are some channel which cross, or we can say directly pass and reach to here. It doesn't go to the deep scleral plexus, intrascleral plexus, and episcleral plexus, but it directly go to the near to the limbus area. And what we call it? These are called aqueous vein, which is about 6 to 8 out of 25 to 30. Out of 25 to 30 collector channel, 6 to 8 a channel which go directly from canal of Schlemm and reach to the limbus area. This channel is called aqueous vein. It's called aqueous vein because it totally contains aqueous and no blood. And what it really reached to the limbus, and it reached to the limbus, it combined to the conjunctival vessel, especially vein. So it reached and combined with conjunctival vein at the limbus, and from this area conjunctival vein, it reached to the superior ophthalmic vein and reached same to the cavernous sign. So now up to now, what we are discussed here, we discussed that aqueous humor production takes place in the posterior chamber, From the posterior chamber, H reach to the anterior chamber through pupil, and from interior chamber it reach to the trabecular meshwork. But in trabecular meshwork, first it come in contact with uval meshwork, and from uval meshwork it goes to the sclerocorneal meshwork, corneo, or you can say corneo scleral meshwork, and from corneoscleral meshwork then it goes to the juxta canalicular meshwork. This whole part, uval meshwork, corneoscleral meshwork, and juxtacanalicular meshwork, collectively called trabecular meshwork. So from this juxtacanalicular meshwork it reached to the canal of Schlemm, and from canal of Schlemm through collector channel it go to the episcleral vein or episcleral plexus, and some aqueous channel go to the conjunctival vein, and then from these two it reach to the superior ophthalmic vein, and from superior ophthalmic vein reach to the cavernous sinus. So we are discussing the aqueous dynamic. Let's suppose come here, and this is cornea, this is iris, and this space is called anterior chamber angle, which you already explained. So I'm zooming this point, this area here. This is the iris. Below the iris is posterior, this area I concerned with the posterior chamber. This is the longitudinal fiber of ciliary body, and you can say this is the ciliary body whole area, and this pointed area is called the scleral spur. This pointed area is called the scleral spur, and this area anterior to the scleral spur in this groove like structure, this is called internal scleral sulcus, and inside this interior scleral sulcus this is the canal of Schlemm. Anterior to the canal of Schlemm there is trabecular meshwork. So trabecular meshwork posteriorly attached to the root of iris and scleral spur, while anteriorly it attached with this point, which is called, if there is the termination of this green I am showing here, this is the termination of this main membrane, you can say it Schwab line. So this whole is the trabecular meshwork, anteriorly attached with Schwab line, posteriorly attached with scleral spur and iris. Okay, aqueous enter to this trabecular meshwork, reach to canal of Schlemm, and from this canal of Schlemm we have already discussed there are multiple channel, 25 to 30 channel, and reach to cavernous sinus. Okay, 90% aqueous drainage occur through this pathway, and this one is called conventional pathway. This one is called conventional pathway or trabecular meshwork pathway. But 90% aqueous drainage also take place through this pathway. What really happened? This is the anterior chamber. This whole area is the anterior chamber, and this is the angle. I am zooming this area here. This is trabecular meshwork. But the remaining 10% aqueous, it reach to the root of this area, which is the root of iris. So aqueous enter to the root of iris, and from this it reach to the ciliary body, and you know ciliary body there is a muscle. Inside the muscle fiber, let's suppose there is the muscle fiber, and in between there is some connective tissue or some matrix. So aqueous reach to the root of iris. From root of iris it enter to the ciliary body, and ciliary body it move along with this fiber, or you can say inside the matrix, and reach to the suprachoroidal space, and from the suprachoroidal space again enter to the episcleral vein. But this is the 10% fiber, 10% flow of aqueous go through this pathway, and this is called uveal scleral pathway. Uveal because it is malleable and then into scleral. So this pathway, the 10% path, 10% the pathway through which 10% aqueous drainage is called uveal scleral pathway. And actually in glaucoma we give the prostaglandin analog like Trevathan, etc. So actually prostaglandin analog increase this pathway, this 10% aqueous pathway when drained through uveal scleral pathway. The prostaglandin affect these fiber, and when there is some matrix and prostaglandin analog lose this matrix and increase the flow of this pathway. So it's all about the aqueous dynamic, how the aqueous reach from posterior chamber, anterior chamber, and outside from the eye. And I hope you learned something about from this video. And inshallah the coming video will describe the embryological development of human crystalline lens, the development of lens function, structure, in all aspect of human lens. Thank you so much.